Outside.
And I'm on a tight schedule today. I got like 20 minutes.
30 minutes.
Let's go. I can do 30. Let's go.
30 minutes. Let's go. So, when's the last time we talked? We already had this podcast, actually.
That's what I was saying. It's been a while.
It's,
something always comes up.
Yeah, something always comes up, which is sometimes good things.
I mean, yeah, it's work. Good.
Yeah.
It's nothing worse than being like bored and looking for work to do.
Yeah, and having to do.
It's not a good look for a law firm.
No, that's not.
So good and busy. Great race weekend.
Great race weekend. Yes, we have a lot of.
I mean, on all fronts, great.
Shout out to Josh. Right?
Shout out to
Josh
Josh.
got that first place. I think he won by I saw it online 9 seconds.
Yes.
So that was really cool.
Let's all give Josh a collective middle finger.
Right. Oh, I forgot this one too.
There you go. Yeah. Good job, my friend.
That's a salute.
Very proud of you.
We're super excited. We're gonna be giving away a hat this week as well, like a Heron Better Call Saul hat.
Nice.
So we'll be doing that this weekend. I also text him. I'm still waiting for a reply. We might be doing the Nikki Hayden ride together.
Yeah. If he's going, I'll go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
69 miles.
69 miles.
Through
Piece
the
of
wine
cake.
country.
Yeah.
That'd be
They're
fun.
like, why is that asshole on a motorcycle? Everyone else is on bicycles.
That's funny. Nikki Hayden rode motorcycles. Why get on a bicycle, which caused him to, pass?
Right.
It was an accident. Instead of fly.
It is. It's kind of annoying.
That's why I showered.
Right. Because you were like Pigpen from the Peanuts.
I worked out this morning and then I did a 5-mile run that we cycled for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Then we lifted some weights.
And then we lifted more weights. Yeah.
This is why we don't podcast. We're not actually doing legal
Yeah.
work. We just go to the warehouse and start lifting weights.
We have we get our moments where we just it's time to go. But I feel like we work while we cycle.
We absolutely do. Yeah.
We have our breakdowns.
It's like my old partner and I we'd go to lunch every day, and that's when we ran the firm. It also not as good for you as working out. We would just get fatter and fatter and run the firm.
Well,
and you and I are in theory getting in better shape.
Yeah. No, it's not in theory. We're getting in better shape.
I mean,
look at that. Looking good, man. I'm gonna put a side to side of the first podcast in years and see the difference.
I mean, there should be some kind of difference because of how much we work out. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's a big difference. So
the amount we work out isn't ridiculous. The slowness of. I'll just say this: it's easier in your 30s than it is in your 40s.
Yeah, I'm almost in my 40s.
Yeah,
almost.
Enjoy it while you can.
I'm trying.
Yeah. So so we gave the proper salute to Josh.
Yes.
How about our boy California Joe?
Yeah, Joe Roberts. I'm so excited for Joe. Joe's he deserved this win.
He did. Oh, and I will say
it was a fun race.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I don't think I've ever enjoyed a Joe Roberts race more than this one.
It was really, really good.
It was awesome. I mean, not just he was in pole position, right?
Yeah.
And it looked at the beginning of the race like he might just keep the lead.
Yeah,
which would have been great.
He broke the lap record during qualifying. Right?
But he went back as far as 5th, I think, at one point.
At one turn, yeah.
Because he was battling for first.
Yeah.
Went back as far as 5th. It was. I mean, we saw
with 3 laps to go. Right. It
no,
was 2 or 3 laps to go. No, it was.
He was in 2nd or 3rd with 3 laps to go. Anyway, we can rewatch it. But I mean, we saw. I'll totally watch it. Pencil and paper out, making notes.
Watching it again.
Just racecraft that, I mean, and again, I don't necessarily watch it with a critical eye. I watch to enjoy them.
Yeah.
But this looked like as good as I've ever seen that young man race.
Yeah.
It was exciting.
It was. It was really good.
It was really good.
The entire time I was on my.
I assume he's still asleep. For the energy he put in.
All that partying after.
Oh yeah, that too. I mean, but the amount of adrenaline, the amount of effort, that was, however long that is, 22 minutes. Is that how long that is? Because there's 22 minutes of
25,
hard racing.
Yeah.
It was really. If you haven't watched it,
you need to go watch.
Go back, watch from the start. There's not too many slow moments in that thing.
It also felt good. When's the last time you heard the national anthem?
It's been forever.
Yeah.
It's been forever.
Yeah. That's. When was it?
I mean,
he won
to
last?
finish the sentence, when's the last time you heard the national anthem at GP?
Yeah.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You know, I hear it at ball games from time to time.
Yeah.
But it was so good seeing an American on the top step.
It was fun. It was really fun.
It's been literally since 2022, but I mean, this somehow felt better.
But then before then, it's been forever.
forever.
Yeah. So.
This one felt better because this is not like a one-off. This kid is legit.
Consistency is important, and he's showing that. Except for last race, and
he had some trouble last race. It's
but it's fine.
Yeah,
Whatever.
that's part of it. It's a long season.
Yeah.
And he responded obviously like a champion.
Yes.
So he is legitimately in the mix for the championship right now.
So
How many points behind is he?
I don't know. I was looking down on my bike when they showed it.
We're on bicycles.
Yeah. He's not anywhere between 12th and 28th. That's for sure. Because that's only.
That was 18th to 28th.
Yeah, 18th to 28th. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun. And then GP was also. GP was okay. The sprint race was my favorite.
The sprint race was quite good. Yeah. It's so awesome. All right, let's talk about the
Oh, the news that just came out?
The news is more exciting than the race itself.
Yeah. No, I mean, Mark basically came out and, like, I think that was, like, a tactic of his with Mark, right? He's like, either I get factory Ducati or I don't.
Riding that
He's like,
playback
I'm not
nonsense.
interested in Tarmac. I'm not, I'm interested in factory support. I want something, whatever's going to help me win the fucking title. That's basically what he says.
Deserves it. He's friggin' Marquez.
Yeah,
man.
and so he, like, I think that kind of, like, got Ducati to be like, oh, fuck.
I think, look, I truly would have lost that bet. I thought that Jorge would get it.
Yeah.
And I'm so stoked that it's Marquez.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm so stoked. From a marketing perspective,
yeah,
Marquez is the right call all day.
Oh, 100%.
But Marquez is obviously on the on the back nine.
Yeah. Do you think
as opposed to on the the upswing?
I think that's the reason that Rossi stayed with Honda or with Yamaha for such a long time, even after he was like, progressively degrading. Not because he was like faster or because he had the potential, just because of the marketing aspect of how much money.
Why they kept him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
and then he finally they're like, hey, we have all these other riders, we need to start bringing up, and so that's when he went to Satellite,
Yeah.
And then now he owns his own race team.
Right. I mean,
That's
Rossi, Marquez should not be on a Satellite team.
Yeah, just like Ducati. Yeah, he has a Ducati race team, right? Like that's his thing.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah. But yeah, that was fun.
It was good.
That was a good race.
All over the place, good race weekend. But I will stress again, if you didn't watch it, go and watch Moto2.
Yeah.
I mean, just flag waving, tears. It's awesome.
Yeah, it was
so good.
I loved it so much.
Yeah.
Then we have KDJR too. We're gonna have him on the podcast not tomorrow, but the following day.
Okay.
So we'll hear a lot about the races that he. Obviously Le Mans, and then also Mugello.
Yeah. How did he like? Have you talked to him?
I haven't spoken to him directly. Well, I mean, I've texted him, message him on WhatsApp or whatever.
Okay.
But not haven't had a conversation.
Yeah.
So the kid's pretty fast, even running fast. I was talking to him about his running. I was like, dude, he's running 5Ks in 23 minutes, and I'm like, dude, that's fast. And he's like, yeah. So he knows he's fast.
Yeah. I mean, it's a family of athletes.
Yeah.
His little brother's tearing it up.
Yeah, he's soccer. Yeah, soccer is dang.
Yeah, I am not a soccer fan, but if you're gonna do something, do it excellently.
Yeah, exactly. Do it to your best of your ability.
Yeah.
Right.
Crushing it in any sport is cool.
Yeah.
I don't care what sport it is.
Exactly. That's why you crush it on the law firm.
You
crush it in the court, man.
That's right. That is my sport of choice these days.
We're
having
what's it called? Pecco's or not Pecco, Pedro's avatar is a shark. You're the shark, man.
Oh yes, Pedro's. Yeah, you know what?
Which he's factory, right? Factory KTM now.
Yeah, that is. So we kind of glossed over that.
Yeah. So we have Marquez and the Ducati factory Ducati, then we have Jorge Martin. He just made the announcement he's going to Aprilia.
He's going to Aprilia, yeah.
And then there's a rumor that Aleix is going to be the Honda test rider. So
Aleix just
he
announced his retirement.
Yeah, he retired
a couple weeks ago.
in Catalunya. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny, they're children. and his career, he put in 20 years.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. He's like, yeah, it's time for me to hang it up at age 33. You
Yeah.
know, like it's time for me to go fishing.
Right. Like 20 years of professional racing is enough.
No, yeah, exactly. And some people, like 20 years of professional racing means like they start racing at like 11.
Right.
You know, like 10.
Yeah. And most of these guys on the
Yeah.
grid are lifers.
So 20 years is like 30.
No one starts at 30.
No,
It's not a.
it's not a thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it could be, but it's hard.
But you're not making it anywhere if you
Yeah.
start at 30.
Well, it's hard because now you have a sense of like
Mortality.
right?
Oh, yeah.
You start like now you
Well,
start
and
saying
it's
there's
not just a sense of mortality. I mean, I've told this story over and over again. The last crash I had at Chuckwalla, it was the day that you tore
Yeah,
out your
like
shoulder.
shoulder.
And I had a minor low side.
Yeah.
The very next race, I think. And yeah, it hurt a little. Like,
Yeah.
you know, kind of thing where I should be fine tomorrow. No, tomorrow it hurt worse. Okay,
Yeah.
no big deal. I'll be fine in a week. A week, still limping.
No,
3 months later, I was still limping from that, and I'm going.
It's funny. I think
maybe I'm too damn old for
I
this
actually,
sport.
I think I recovered faster from my injuries than you did on your.
Well, yeah, you just popped yours back in.
Yeah,
Piece of cake.
yeah.
You whined a lot more than I did.
Yeah, that was that day.
Yeah.
And then after it was like, oh, you know.
That's so funny. They had you all doped up, and you're just telling the nurses about how fast you are.
Yeah, I
I'm
remember
so
that.
fast,
So
man. No one
fast.
can keep up with me. Oh, I have it all on video. It's
I
beautiful.
was drugged up.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, it was fine.
You were.
And then we go.
You were really.
I was actually just telling this story, just like a couple days ago at the bar. It was funny.
What bar?
Hive and Honey. I think it was Hive and Honey. I don't remember.
Oh yeah. Yes. Hive and Honey.
That's such a great place. I like that place.
It's terrible. We just make it good.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
With that
We
being
never
said-
have been there. We never go there first. It's always
No,
the
yeah,
last
yeah,
place
it's
we
always the
go.
last place you go. It's like what's the spirit? Well, because it opens at like 5.
Yeah. And I think it closes at 10, which tells you how old we are.
Yeah.
That it's the last place we
Yeah,
go.
it's like oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, it always ends up being like a lunch thing, right?
Right.
Like,
Lunch.
it's like-
When lunch spills
Yeah.
into the 5 o'clock bar.
Don't touch that.
Oh my.
Yeah. That's why I like wearing this because I can hear that. Like,
Oh, you like it? All right. I can keep doing it if you
No,
want.
no, I said I don't like hearing it. I'm just saying I could hear it.
Right.
I could
Right.
hear
And
it.
tell me to knock it off.
Yeah.
Noted. What else we got going on?
I mean racing is done. We're not done, but racing that's.
It's track season though. We're in
it
full
is
swing.
track season. Yes.
Did you talk to our good friend Dave at Rumble Strip Racing?
He hasn't replied back yet, so I messaged him. We're just waiting for his reply.
We're trying to get Rumble Strip Racing to make an
up
appearance at
Seika
in July.
in July.
That would be good.
Yeah. So we're also. We're still in. I'm waiting for Josh's reply too, to get.
I keep calling it Rumble Strip Racing. It's Rumble Strip Rentals.
Yeah.
You may know Dave's old company, Feel Like a Pro. They just roll up. The bikes are ready. You show up with a track suit and jump on the bike and go.
Yeah, and if you don't.
And
have
I think
a
they
tracksuit,
rent those too, yeah.
Those too, yeah.
I'm not really dying to get in some sweaty other guys.
So we
leathers.
have. So when I did the podcast with Dave to talk about Rumble Strip Rentals, I think I kind of sparked the idea because right after he started advertising it, where he's like, oh, come over, if you come to the room, you get VIP treatment, you get AC and stuff like that. So now he's having all these people going hanging out inside the rig, and he's blasting the AC so you stay cool in there. So instead of just being out there underneath an awning, sweating, you in there. It's such
so nice.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
Going in there and just sitting down in a nice cold AC.
The whole thing is nice.
Yeah.
Rolling in. It's funny because my first time on the track as an adult, in California, was Feel Like a Pro.
Yeah. Oh,
And it had been
Didn't
decades.
you crash?
since-
It was Thunder Hill, right?
I didn't crash.
You didn't crash at Thunder Hill?
No, I have crashed at Thunderhill. That was on my bike a year later.
Oh, okay.
But no, but I did that, and then I immediately ran out and bought the KTM. I'm like, oh, I forgot how awesome the racetrack is. So I run out and buy the KTM, and I love having it. That 390 is awesome. It's still,
it's
a phenomenal bike.
Yeah.
But it's kind of magical to just show up, jump on a bike, and go.
Yeah.
I know.
We got the KTM ready though. So like,
Yeah.
that's when I just did the track day at Chuckwalla, and that's kind of what I did. Like I showed up, I set up an easy up, and I just pulled my bike in, and then I was like, all right, I'm ready, let's go.
But you still have to like take the bike there.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
You can't just fly the airplane to
Yeah.
Chuckwalla and
Yeah,
magically it's there. I mean, I could do that,
yeah, you could.
but that's because you would have to
Because I'm
drive
already
it.
there.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Well, that was kind of the plan on Monday, right? To go to the track day, you just fly in
Today.
Buttonwillow. Today's Monday.
Yeah, it was the plan today.
Victory Monday. Where's your Victory Monday shirt, man?
What did we win last week? I guess some little things, some mid-size. I say little. The funny thing is, like now in 2024, you know, whatever, 13 years after I started this place, the cases that we seem like that we consider run of the mill and small would have been my biggest case of the year.
$20 is $20.
Right. So
So
yes, and they're not, and you know, and there's no, if it's your injury and your case, there's no such thing as
Yeah,
a little case.
right.
You know, I mean, I say
What's-
that
so-
I say that with an asterisk. Like there's some people who are just happy having the bills taken care of and this and that, but
Yeah.
then when which we never stop at that.
Yeah.
So when they get a check, they're like, oh damn, I
So
thought I was
what's-
in debt. I'm like, you were,
So
not anymore.
what's going on over there on that side? Anything exciting? Any fun stories?
I mean, you know, mostly we're gearing up for this big trial, the helmet case. I mean, there's, you know, obviously we have to do all the everything else all the time, but
Yeah.
my that's coming up fast, man. November. We're going against. They keep adding attorneys. Did I tell you this?
Yeah.
They've
Well,
added two more attorneys on
you
the other
told,
side.
You told me that they added some attorneys, like some like big time, like New York attorneys.
Yeah, they have like 5 New York attorneys
Oh,
and the
sure.
guy from here. I think they think that they're intimidating me, but we keep winning every skirmish.
Yeah.
So none of those matter if you don't win the war, but you know, keep bringing them.
Yeah.
As California kids, we may dress casual, but we will kick your ass in court. We're
Yeah.
fine. We're pretty good over here.
That's true. That's funny how people like, when I tell people like, oh yeah, I work at RiderzLaw, and they're like, oh, like what do you wear to work? Like this.
Yeah. RiderzLaw t-shirts.
Yeah, like I wear t-shirts. So I'll wear my flip flops.
Yeah. on the really like fancy days, we wear the tux t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what is that from? I don't know.
I don't know.
Talladega Nights. Somebody's just describing the tux t-shirt.
Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights. Remember he's talking about? He's like, which says, I'm ready to party, but I don't know.
Oh, I think he does. Yes, yes.
Yeah. But he doesn't actually rock the shirt. He just talks about it.
Ah, what a loser. You should have rocked it. I have one of those shirts actually.
Shake and bake. That was the Magic Man said it.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, so story.
What? The story about
Okay.
what? Oh, I don't want to. I can't talk about ongoing cases.
Of any settled ones?
Yeah, we have plenty. No, nothing particularly funny or
Nothing
you
fun.
know. Yeah, and it's some of them. We got some skirmishes. I need client permission before I just tell stories
okay.
about. And a lot of it's crazy, man. So I almost said exactly what I'm not supposed to say. There are some big companies that we've gotten some massive settlements on in the last month or two. There's like 3 of them, and they all want confidentiality, which is so okay, fine. But then we get their settlement agreements, and they're not asking for confidentiality. They're asking for like, the client can never mention the word again with our name. Like, I'll say, I'm not gonna. I was gonna do it rhymes with. I won't.
That's funny.
No, and this stuff is crazy. Like, it literally, if somebody asks your client about the case, all they can say is, I had a case and it is resolved amicably or something. I'm like, you don't get to tell my client what to say. You can tell them what not to say, but you don't get to like,
Yeah.
shove your hand up their ass and treat them like a puppet.
Yeah, the settlement has to be a lot bigger for that, right?
There's no sum. There's no amount.
There's
They
no
wouldn't have
amount?
settled the damn case if they weren't afraid of getting hit harder.
That's true.
So, and again, if my clients are okay with confidentiality, that's fine. But we're literally ongoing months of battles of over what they can and can't say. It's absurd. Anyway, we'll resolve it in the courtroom on a case that's already settled. It's dumb.
Yeah.
And I part of me thinks it's just me because they're so tired of me just slapping them around.
So yeah, so they're just trying to like, they just, yeah.
So they're gonna suspend my account at some point.
They're-
No, don't. That's the only hint I'm giving.
Oh man, they're tired of just you slapping around.
No, I mean, yeah. Anyway, and that could be. I have accounts with many companies and places. Yeah, so that doesn't tell you anything.
Businesses,
Yeah, and look, I mean, yeah. I keep wanting to say more. Let's move on before I say something.
Let's go somewhere else.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is how many of them I have right now that have resolved against one particular.
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
That's funny.
If they operated their
Look at you.
if they, ran a tighter ship. If they got their house in order, they wouldn't have me slapping them around.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
Let's go. I can't respond to that without giving too much away.
I get it.
So anyway,
so that's that's kind of.
Oh, we do have an interesting thing. So we have. It's probably only interesting to me. Trying to figure out how to file a lawsuit in California instead of in the state where it occurred, because we don't like the venue that it occurred. This is actually, as I say it, like, without getting into detail, it's just overly vague. And if I do get into detail, there's like 4 nerds who will be like, that's incredible, and everyone else will be like, why are they talking about venue?
Yeah.
Talk about races.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, this is a podcast for. Yeah.
I mean, it's RiderzLaw Racing, sponsored by Better Call Saul, which is your RiderzLaw Racing attorneys in Pennsylvania, Nevada, and California.
Oh, that's a good. We should talk about that.
Yeah.
We should talk about that.
What are we talking about?
The office, in Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, I mean, so we're open in Pennsylvania now.
Pittsburgh.
Western PA. That's where I'm from originally.
We
I've been in
our,
California since '99.
We got our first phone call just the other day.
Our first, our second, our third, our fourth, our fifth, and our sixth.
Oh, we have 6?
Yeah,
okay.
we didn't take 6 cases.
Yeah,
but we took a couple.
I was there.
Yeah, like the floodgates are starting to.
I was there for the first one.
There's like some cracks in the wall. Yeah.
So we're doing radio ads.
We are.
And then we're translating that.
We've gotten some complaints about those.
Yeah.
Apparently, people think that I can't say
Pitbull.
Pitbull.
Yeah.
It's not the guy Pitbull. It is a Pitbull.
Yeah.
And I think somebody threatened that they would sue me for slander. Is your Pitbull suing me for slander? Like, Pitbulls do bite people. Other dogs do too. Yeah. And honestly, I don't have anything against Pitbulls. I actually like them.
Yeah.
They're putting my kids through college.
Yeah.
That's a bad joke. That's
a funny joke.
I have a friend who lost 2 fingers to a Pitbull. It was her Pitbull. So,
wait.
while I think many of them are great.
Your friend lost 2 fingers to her own Pitbull?
Yeah, it was a rescue.
Oh.
And it was not her only one, and like, she would foster these dogs, and she lost 2 fingers to one. I think she stopped fostering pit bulls. Most are probably lovely, but they have been bred,
so it's
to be tough. We'll say.
So the people that mostly lose their fingers are motorcycle racers and
that's
foster.
Nice. J-Bo.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people that lose their fingers racing motorcycles. There's a few.
Sounds right.
I feel like there's a few.
Our fingers are at risk when we race motorcycles.
Yeah.
And that little piece of plastic sticking out over your brake is not going to do it.
That is not for our fingers. That is for
clearly.
That is for other bikes not to hit the brake.
Yeah.
Not to do it. Remember that one guy in Moto2 or Moto3 in Misano, like he rode up next to the guy and just slammed on the other guy's brakes.
Yeah.
And then drove off.
Yeah. Heron did that to me. Except
he pulled your foot, didn't he?
Well, yeah. Except he just turned my bike off, and I was at the starting line, and it was a track day, and it was, while humiliating, pure hilarity.
Yeah. No, and there's no kickstand. He did that to Dofo on a ride.
Oh no! At least he didn't take my key and throw it.
No, he did that.
Not to me.
No,
he did it to Dofo.
He did it to Dofo. Yeah.
I like that we call him Dofo.
Yeah, Damien Dofo.
Yeah, just he did it to the entire brand of wine.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. the entire family.
Yeah.
He said, "Here are your keys."
While we're doing this, I'm gonna check how far I have to drive so that I'm not late. But funny. We can keep going right up until then.
Actually, you might be late now.
Why?
Can you say
4:15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would be late. Correct.
Yeah.
We'll just go 5 more minutes.
Yeah. So.
Unless we're done.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're kind of done. It was the Josh Heron thing. Like He's freaking funny as
The
shit.
dude is funny.
Yeah.
This is one of the things, like, he got in trouble last year, I think it was, in Wisconsin, because he gave the finger. And, like, MotoAmerica really misinterpreted that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand.
It should have been
I don't understand how that's like
a scolding, perhaps. But he wasn't. When he gives the finger, that's basically him showing love.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's what it is. I have a picture of me and him, like, flipping off the camera.
We have hundreds of pictures of him flipping off the camera. One that you're in.
And,
It's like Shalina's horns. She does the rock and roll thing.
oh,
There's a lot of pictures of Shalina doing this.
oh, okay. There's just some people I just don't know what to do with their hands when they take pictures. Right? Like, what do you do with your hands?
What do I do
Like,
with
so
my
that's what, you know, some people give them a finger, other people, you know, do the horns, rock on, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is what it is. It's a comfort thing. Now I'm like, what do I do with my hands?
Right. I've been wanting the whole time. I have a problem in court. I won't take these clicky pens to
Yeah.
court because I'm apparently a crazy person. And I've caught myself in court like going to town is like it's my motor. So Your Honor, and then like, you know, told later, oh, dude, you clicked that pen a lot, son of a bitch. So I literally, if I have a trial or something, I will ban these from the office. Like, I don't want them to find their way into my you know, briefcase. If I find them in my briefcase, I throw them away in the courtroom. Like, nope.
Yeah. No, I mean, as you should.
Yeah, because it's really hard to click a pen that doesn't have a clicker.
Yeah, a 50-cent pen or like a,
Oh.
you know, $1 million case. Like, what do you want?
No, and I have no idea I'm doing it when I do it, but I've seen on, you know, from time to time we'll do, like, you know, mock-ups. We'll get a mock jury and we'll, you know, run through our arguments and then we poll the jury and see what they liked, what they, you know,
So how does
see what's working.
How does that work when you do like mock?
Oh, you'll have to run one for me this summer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That'll be fun.
on the really big cases, we like to, especially when there's stuff we're going, or do we have a you know, snowball's chance in hell of winning this thing?
Yeah.
You know,
That sounds like fun.
It's fun.
Probably stressful for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, some of it's stressful because you're trying to make the other side's arguments as good as possible. The stressful part is like trying to keep the jury from knowing which side you're on because there's a tendency to want to be like, good job, buddy. You know.
Oh, yeah,
So you know, we'll have another attorney, or sometimes I'll play
Both.
the bad attorney. No.
Oh.
So we'll get one for each side. Anyway, putting it together is a pain in the ass. There's a lot of online companies that do them now, which is a nice shortcut, but it's not the same as being in real life.
Who do you need? Like, how many people do you need?
It depends. You want at least 8 or 10.
Oh, okay. So we just
You
go
know.
out and just find 8 or 10 people.
It's the magic of Craigslist.
He's like, hey, come here.
And you know what? Here's the problem. It's like the kind of people who will like kill a day for $40. You know, you don't necessarily get. Now, some people are excited about it because it sounds cool, and it kind of
Yeah.
is cool, right? You get the 1 hour version of a trial that
Yeah.
would last a week in real life. The hell was I talking about? Oh, and so I'm watching myself after this thing, and I'm like, oh, son. But fortunately, I learned before that trial, like, how many times have I done this in court? Just
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
That's cool that you learned. And
That's,
cool.
yeah, it's so cool. Clicky, clicky, clicky. Oh my God. It's like, oh, you know what it's like? Ricky Stanicki. The dick hand. What's it? Is it called dick handing? What was it?
I forgot. What's it called? What is he?
Dick fist?
Dick fisting? Yeah, he's like dick fisting too much.
Yeah, that's me. Except thank God I'm like, no, just clicking, which is better, I think, than this.
You gotta thicken our strings.
You gotta show that defendant. Send a message. So yeah, I mean, on balance, I guess clicking a pen is better.
Oh my God.
But it's in the same vein. It's a very distracting.
Same vein.
Yeah, nice. The same main vein. Everybody has tics. It's the question is identifying them and you know, and it's nervous. You're geared up for this thing, and then you get there and you're like, you know, it's game time. So I'll click a pen.
With that being said, I wonder what racers do, what they have.
They just throw
like,
up ahead of time.
Like, is it just like, oh, like, do they like tap the brake a lot? Do they? You know,
Oh, I think you're in it then.
Is it? Like
Yeah,
right when you're about to start?
Oh,
You're just
about
like,
to start?
yeah.
That's interesting. I have no idea what I would do.
Like,
back in the day.
do like they tap their foot on the ground? Do they like, I don't know.
I mean, I remember just trying to breathe, like slow down my breathing and like calm myself. But I don't know what.
I don't remember what I used to do. So.
Yeah. And then which is ironic because at the end of every race, I was like dry mouth. Like I hadn't swallowed or breathed for the last 12 minutes.
Yeah, no, because you're like breathing really hard, like in through your mouth.
No, at the end I'm like, it's like I drank
your
all
lips are
night.
like stuck. Like,
like how do these guys
after 10 minutes?
Yeah, 5 laps. Like how would you possibly do 22 laps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember when I raced MotoAmerica.
I would die.
It was hard.
Yeah, I would die of dehydration by
Yeah.
then.
I remember there's a few times I was like racing. I'm like, oh man, like that was different. It was different than club racing. You know, racing. I think it was like 13 laps or some shit. Like, wow.
Yeah. Well, big shout out to Joe. Big shout out to
Aaron,
Josh.
and then
Absolutely outstanding. I'm really excited for both of those guys. I'm particularly excited for Joe and for American race fans because we, on the national stage, have an American on the top step, and it's been a while.
Yeah.
Finally. This is a good race weekend
So
for
good, yeah.
America.
We just need him to like come down here and just train everybody. To like, you know, start getting
He's
better.
very focused right now on just like bringing a championship home.
Okay, bring a championship home.
Then
Then come and train everybody, right?
And you know, right behind him, we got KDJR.
Yeah.
So
that'll be soon too.
awesome. On that note, I do have to run. I'm late for my. This is
it's been
exciting.
7
It's for my
minutes,
daughter's.
Oh, like recital or
Yeah, she's gonna be singing.
competition.
She's retiring
Oh.
at the age of 9.
How sad is that?
It's not the worst. It's really cute, but it's a lot of little kids singing. It's
Yeah.
you know, she's now taken up guitar, which I personally find much more exciting than a lot of little kids
I
singing.
feel like she seems like excited about it, so it's good.
Yeah, the guitar thing's cool,
Yeah.
and at least I can relate. Now, what am I gonna sit and practice singing with her?
You should. You're a really good singer, dude.
I'm a good karaoke person. When you're drunk.
I have really good clips of you singing.
Oh,
karaoke.
my goodness,
It's
yeah.
gonna be good. They're in the vault.
Let's keep them in the vault.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways, yeah, let's go.
Better call Cy.